In the previous video, we discussed the 24 advantages that make pedonation a better technique than all other coarse treatment methods. This video will focus on the opportunities and benefits the pedonation technique could provide in its global environmental mission. To understand these benefits, it's essential to discuss the magnitude of the global funeral industry's negative ecological impact and the mitigation that pedonation could provide with its positive environmental impact. In the world, 43% of dead human bodies were cremated out of 65 million who died in 2022. 56% were buried, and 1% were disposed of by other methods. Death is an environmental and climate change problem. Both main disposal methods, along with other human activities, contribute to urban sprawling, resource wasting, water contamination, deforestation, and gas emissions. This image is a good example of urban sprawling. This is not a city. It's a cemetery in Iraq called Maqbarat al-Salam. It shows how traditional burial is a surface expanding activity. In an easy math estimation, the minimum surface area of a tomb is 2.2 square meters. Almost 80 square kilometers of land on the global level is needed annually for new tombs, more than the surface of Manhattan. A Manhattan-sized graveyard occupies a vast area every year that can be exploited for better purposes in our cities. Many of these tombs need materials such as concrete. For example, a typical burial vault needs 2 to 4 cubic yards of concrete. Such type of burial consumes about 46 million cubic meters of concrete per year. China's Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze River is the biggest dam on Earth. The construction of that dam needed only 60% of the previously mentioned quantity. About 20 million liters of soil and water contaminant formaldehyde and other toxic embalming fluids are used annually in the United States alone. On a global level, we can talk about 210 million liters of toxic embalming liquids, equivalent to 84 Olympic swimming pools of poison. In traditional casket burial, an average coffin needs almost 100 kilograms of wood to be fabricated. This gives an estimate of 1.5 million trees cut for the annual fabrication of the demanded coffins. A traditional open-air cremation pyre may require approximately 200 to 400 kilograms of wood logs. This gives another estimate of 3.25 million trees cut and burned annually for traditional open-air cremation. The total annual loss is almost 4.75 million trees or 3,000 hectares, which is equivalent to the forest areas of a state like the Sultanate of Oman. In a standard cremation, it's common for natural gas crematorium consumption to range from 20 to 30 cubic meters of natural gas. As an estimate, natural gas consumed in the world by crematoria is almost 370 million cubic meters per year. The estimated carbon emissions from a single cremation can range from 150 to 450 kilograms of carbon dioxide. This means that 8.4 million tons of carbon dioxide will be emitted into the atmosphere this year, which is equivalent to Saudi Arabia's weekly oil production. Can we mitigate the effect of cremation by planting trees? The answer is yes, but it's not enough. Because on average, a mature tree can absorb and fix around 22 kilograms of atmospheric carbon dioxide in 1 year. We need 15 fully grown trees for 1 year to fix back the carbon dioxide emitted into the atmosphere by one cremation process of only 3 hours. Human activities have gone too far in terms of environmental abuse. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, global environmental deterioration has been increasing exponentially. We extracted almost two-thirds of the confirmed global non-renewable deposits of fossil fuel formed over geological timescales. We have burned what took 300 million years to form in only 150 years. Over the past 800,000 years, carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere has varied from the lowest level, 160 part per million, during the coldest periods of the ice ages, to the highest levels, 280 part per million, during these warmer periods. In 2021, carbon dioxide levels has surpassed 410 part per million. Climate change can have far-reaching and often detrimental effects on the environment, ecosystem, human societies, and the global economy. At a time when modern societies and industry are trying to replace fossil-fueled cars with electric ones, it's absurd not to replace gas-emitting cremation with green methods. Applying the pedonation method on national and global levels is possible only through intensive cooperation with legislators, governments, educational institutions, social communities, and funding organizations. The following video will discuss the possible ways to complete the pedonation technique environmental mission globally and make it a common social green custom.